Welcome to our cosmic journey, where we're diving into a prediction, not centuries away, but possibly in 2025, that suggests our first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence might be just around the corner.
That's wild, really wild. Are we saying that aliens could actually reach out to us as soon as next year?
Yup, exactly. And it's all based on the visions of Baba Vanga, who folks call the Nostradamus of the Balkans. Her prophecies, despite being recorded through followers, cover everything from tragic events like 9/11 and the 2004 tsunami to mind-blowing cosmic events.
Yeah, I heard she even predicted the rise of ISIS. It's like, her words have really struck a chord with what we see happening.
Right. And her 2025 prediction of alien contact isn't just about a sudden invasion. It's framed as the beginning of a gradual cosmic revelation. Kind of a slow drip disclosure by governments.
Interesting, so her idea is it won't be an all-out catastrophic first contact, but more of a careful, incremental unveiling?
Yes. Yep, exactly. And she ties it in with historical examples, like Project Blue Book reports, and even the release of Navy UAP videos in 2020, which show a significant uptick in unexplained aerial phenomena.
So the argument is that governments have been gradually preparing us for this moment. It's almost like a cosmic training montage of sorts.
That's one way to put it, yeah. Think about it. It aligns with the narrative of selective disclosure, with secret programs like the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. These moves, intentional or not, point toward a controlled revelation process.
But wait, isn't there a counter-argument that this is just predictive programming? Like society's been primed with science fiction, movies, and all sorts of media so that the idea of aliens feels almost normal now.
Absolutely. Some argue that the whole thing is a case of collective psychological preparation. Vanga's prophecies might, in fact, be less about literal events and more about, our deep-seated hopes and fears about the unknown.
So when you mention hidden timeline or cosmic calendar, it's less about actual extraterrestrial scheduling and more of a symbolic roadmap of human destiny.
Exactly. And it gets even more intricate. Take the prediction for 2028. Humans establishing a presence on Venus. Though Venus is inhospitable on the surface, scientific proposals envision floating cloud cities in the upper atmosphere, where it's surprisingly Earth-like.
Right. It's like NASA and other agencies have actually given this some thought, which lends a bit of scientific plausibility to what might otherwise sound like science fiction.
And then there's a whole transhumanist shift predicted for 2111. Think neural augmentation, synthetic organs, even a rewriting of human DNA. It's as if humanity must transform drastically to survive cosmic and environmental upheavals.
That part always gets me. I mean, isn't it a bit hasty to suggest we're going to become something beyond recognition due to alien
Possibly.
influences?
Well, you're not entirely wrong. I actually have a slight critique there. Some skeptics argue that these predictions mix technological possibilities with a sort of predetermined cosmic fate, which may be more, metaphorical than literal.
Right? Like an invitation to reinterpret human evolution rather than a strict timeline. It's a compelling narrative device that interweaves current scientific theories with mythology and prophetic mysticism.
Exactly. And then there's the startling claim about underwater civilizations by 2130 fueled by climate change. Rising sea levels might force us to adapt and even receive alien-assisted technologies for underwater living.
That aspect really brings the conversation full circle, right? We're talking about the convergence of natural evolution with extraterrestrial intervention.
Absolutely. And then by 2154, there's this prediction where animals begin to blur the boundary between species, suggesting some form of genetic uplift or like neural interfacing that bridges the gap between man and beast.
Yeah, that one, animals will become more like humans. Sounds straight out of a sci-fi plot, but also raises serious ethical and biological challenges.
Indeed, and it ties into the next phase, the Martian Declaration, predicted for 2183, when Mars colonies might actually declare independence. Imagine, kids being children of the red dust who have never known Earth.
Yeah, and that's a fascinating sociological observation. It mirrors historical colonial separations, highlighting how geographically isolated communities develop entirely new identities.
Right you are. And then, looking further ahead, the timeline becomes even more dramatic, with predictions of alien truth revelations around 2221, where humanity finally learns that our entire history might have been influenced by extraterrestrial interventions.
That really challenges our understanding of our own origins, doesn't it? The idea that there have been orchestrated conflicts and even genetic tampering by aliens.
It does, and it asks us to reconsider the tapestry of human history from a completely new perspective. Then, there's the mind-bending notion of time travel breakthroughs by 2288. We're talking about quantum entanglement, micro wormholes, and even a bootstrap paradox, where our future selves may have guided our past.
Wow, it's like a real-life Back to the Future, but with higher stakes. And the technological limitations mentioned, observing the past but not changing it, add a layer of scientific realism to the prediction.
Yes, it's like we're on the edge of understanding where science meets philosophy. And then the timeline culminates with the Mars War in 3005. Earth versus Mars in an interplanetary conflict featuring advanced weaponry like quantum disruption cannons.
It's the ultimate twist. Humanity evolved into divergent forms, battling over territorial and resource control, all while still being, at their core, human. That really echoes historical conflicts here on Earth.
Exactly. And the recurring theme in all of these predictions is that there's a hidden force or cosmic plan at work. Vanga's prophecies weave together expansion, conflict, and synthesis, suggesting that our evolution, both physically and spiritually, is being guided by forces beyond our comprehension.
And let's not forget the scientific plausibility checks. While some of her visions seem outlandish, like time travel or merging with alien tech, others, like Venus colonization, have been seriously discussed in scientific communities.
And that mix of theoretical possibility and almost mythological narrative really makes her timeline a rich canvas for examining our cosmic destiny. It's like a Rorschach test that reflects our own fears, hopes, and dreams about humanity's future.
True, and it leaves us with fundamental questions. Are we in fact prepared for such paradigm-shifting changes? And could our cultural narratives be priming us to accept these surprises when they eventually unfold?
Exactly. It's as if we've been gradually indoctrinated through decades of science fiction, government disclosures, and even strategic media narratives. The idea that we're not alone and that aliens have always been a part of our story.
Right. And practically speaking, she even advises personal preparation, acquiring knowledge, building resilience, setting up reliable communication, and having emergency supplies, which seems like solid advice no matter how you slice it.
Absolutely. Whether one fully believes in her predictions or sees them as symbolic, the idea is to cultivate preparedness, both mentally and physically, for potential world-changing revelations.
So, if we look at everything from the alien contact in 2025 to the eventual interplanetary conflicts and even time travel. It's like Vanga lays out an entire roadmap of human evolution and cosmic influences.
Yep, and it makes you wonder, are these predictions literal events waiting to unfold? Or are they more like allegories about our inner transformations and societal shifts?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. I mean, if they're allegories, then they push us to re-examine our current path and maybe prepare for profound changes that are both external and internal.
Right? And with the growing acceptance of CT research and advancements in detecting technosignatures, the idea of alien contact in the near term becomes just that little bit more plausible.
It's like even if we don't see a dramatic cinematic invasion, the gradual revelation could reshape our understanding of the universe and our place in it.
Exactly. And while some of these predictions might strain credulity, like time travel or a full-blown Mars war, they spark curiosity and drive us to ask better questions about what truly lies ahead for humanity.
Yes, and perhaps the real takeaway is to stay curious, informed, and resilient in the face of the cosmic unknown.
Absolutely. Well said. Whether it's preparing for alien contact in 2025 or pondering our destiny among the stars, it seems the journey is as important as the destination. And maybe, just maybe, we're already part of something much larger than we ever imagined.